guys, it's Joel and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to an absolutely glorious October Sunday in the UK. I can't quite believe it actually, it's almost November now. I think we've all given up, the British as a whole have just given up on the summer now. We've had a fantastic summer, it's clearly come to an end because we've had abysmal weather for the past few weeks. However, today is clearly a blessing because the weather is incredible and it's actually quite warm despite my my hoodie there. Because of that, I have come out with the Z4 today, you can see that, because I thought with everything that's happened recently, my last 3 videos are about what's wrong with my car, me fiddling about with my engine, fixing the diesel valve. Yeah, with all of that in mind, I thought it might be quite a good idea and quite a nice idea to just give you guys like a general update on my Z4. Obviously I've done 2 or 3 of these videos before about what's next, or should I sell my Z4, or what could replace it. But no, just like a little chat about anything that's changed with the car since we last really spoke about it, any future plans, and yeah, let's just have a little chat about my Z4. So then, firstly, there's probably a few little, well, there is a few little exterior bits I want to chat to you about, because actually while I'm around the front, let's just mention this headlight briefly. So again, if you follow me on Instagram, you'd have probably seen lots of photos of this car, and every single time, in fact even on YouTube, every single time I either post a photo or publish a video, people always say, you need to clean your headlight looks awful, it's so dirty, which it 100% is. What you might not have heard already is that I have tried this many times. The last time I did try this was literally like 2 days ago. You can probably see, it might help if I turn this around. Yeah, there you go, that is toothpaste. So I tried the classic toothpaste trick because, yeah, everyone rightly so is suggesting that I tried toothpaste, wiping it off with toothbrush. I did tons of it, honestly I did so much, that's why there's still some there, which, yes, I will get off. But I've tried this several times now, and I know I can try sanding and whatnot. But yeah, I think I've come to the conclusion that the sort of bit that needs cleaning is actually on the inside. So, I don't know if anyone's ever taken or managed to get the light off. I feel like you probably have to take the bumper off to do it. But yeah, so cut me some slack on the light thing. I think it looks horrible as well, I wish it was clean. But if it's on the inside of the light, it's going to be like an expensive job to clean it, in which case... And if I haven't mentioned this as well, this is obviously my washer cap. That I've never had, that was never on the car. I've always thought about getting it done, but it's like 40 quid and... What you've got to remember is that this is my daily. So it's not like this is my weekend pride and joy, which I really wish it was, but if it was something that I just saved for special weather and special occasions, or only drove, you know, quite rarely, I'd probably spend more money on making sure it looks nice. But you know, I drive it every day, so. Another thing that's changed to the exterior is, oh dear, it doesnn look good, you guys are gonna rinse me for this. This is my new aerial, boys and girls. So, for ages, everyone has been saying I should get the snubby aerial off eBay. Everyone has it. You screw off the old one, which looks horrible and long, and yeah, you screw on the stubby. Anyway, my aerial was not playing ball and didn't want to come off, so I ended up using pliers, and yeah, sort of tried getting it off. It started screwing, I kept going, but it is basically, I'll show you in some shots in a minute, but it is completely sheared, like the metal has just come off. And yeah, the result is that I can't actually screw a new one on. So this is what we're playing with now. Don't know if you can see that, but yeah. So yeah, safe to say that that is completely messed up. Now, that was because wasn't good, was it? Shouldn't have done that. Anyway, I know that you can buy a new base and fix it that way. But again, I don't really use the radio, so I'll probably just leave it as is until I sell it. There is another way in which this car is falling apart as well, believe it or not, is the exhaust. Now, there is a little piece of plastic, which is, I've actually just tucked away, but it comes right out. Here it is. This guy. I don't know where it's come from. I had a look under the car the other day. I think it's come from like a little joint up here. And I tried putting it back in, but this just keeps falling down and like hanging around the exhaust here. So that's pretty annoying. If anyone knows what this is and how I can whether I can cut it off or if I can fix that permanently, please let me know. But for now, it's getting tucked just behind there. Bye. So then, obviously I mentioned it earlier, but my last 2 videos were about my engine. And obviously we spent a lot of time under here playing with little bits, and in the end, if you weren't up to date with it, I replaced the MAF sensor, which is, I've absolutely, do you know what? I'm just gonna go and get a coffee. So if you're not up to date, we replaced the diesel valve, which is this guy here. And yeah, that was basically what was causing my engine idling issues. I tried replacing the MAF sensor, and that actually just made it worse because I bought a cheapo one which didn't properly fit. This is an OEM BMW part. I went and picked this up on the day from BMW, and lots of you were saying, why didn't you buy a repair kit, because they are a lot cheaper, and what you're actually doing is making the part solid so that it's not going to fail at all, because I bought an original BMW part, which is great, but it's just liable to the same issues. My answer for that is impatience, really. I was basically without a car for a week, really worried because I didn't really know what the issue was. And when we took out my diesel valve on that Saturday, realised that the diesel valve was definitely broken, whether or not it was causing my issues. Obviously, I just wanted to find out as soon as possible if replacing the diesel valve would solve my issues. So we did a load of phone calls and did find that there was a BMW garage near me that had a diesel valve just sitting waiting to be collected. So I bought that, and it meant that within like 2 hours of finding the messed up diesel valve, I was able to just replace it and the car was working perfectly. So I wouldn't change that, because I went like within a few hours from being like, I'm never gonna be able to drive my car again, to driving my car. So yes, in hindsight, it might have been a better long-term solution to buy the repair kit, save myself some money, but I would have had to wait a little while for that to come. It's obviously a harder job to install that, and for the amount of time that I'm probably going to have this car, I think this component will probably not fail. So that's my reasoning for that. Okay, well, I thought it might be an idea. God, it's bright today, isn't it? I'm not complaining, but I actually cannot see where I'm looking. So if I'm sort of, you're looking at the screen and I'm like, that's why. Anyway, the car still sounds nice. I still love the back box delete. That's not obviously going to go anywhere. It can't really, because I've welded the bloody exhaust off, so I haven't got a choice. Yeah, thought let's just have a little drive, chat through a few other bits. I realised there was a couple of things that I mentioned in previous videos or previous posts about what I have already done, what's coming for the Z4, which hasn't actually made an appearance. So none of that, oh, so much waffle, gosh. So yes, I realised in a fairly in a fairly recent video, I said that I've already ordered a new gearbox. Go on. Right, I'll try that again. I am so tired today. That must just be what it is. In a recent video, I mentioned that I had bought a new gear shifter, like a new M Sport gear shifter knob. I haven't actually got it because it was a 5-speed one. So I thought I'd found a bargain, because I'd found like an OEM Z4M gear knob shifter thing for about 35 quid, $50, but it was actually a 5-speed one. So I haven't got one yet. The 6-speed ones are like 70 quid, so that's just sort of put me off doing it, really. But yeah, maybe I'll still get a new gear knob shifter thing in the future. I don't know. The other thing as well, which we discussed fairly recently, again on Instagram, if you're not on there, we're always talking about these sorts of things, but I'm pretty sure it was brought up on YouTube fairly recently. We were talking about wheels. I was mentioning, and I have been on about it for ages, about how I want to get new wheels for my Z4 and that I was looking for them. Now, realistic, I'm just going to be straight. I don't think anytime soon I'm going to be getting them. because obviously I've had these recent troubles with the engine, and there's just a few other bits that have been happening, which really the money I'd saved for wheels or for any cosmetic upgrades has had to go towards, because you know, you've got to pay for these things, and it's got to come out of my savings. So sadly I'm not going to be getting wheels imminently, I'm afraid, because yeah, because a few other things got in the way, unfortunately. But you know, I've still got my eyes out, and if any bargains come up, then you know, I'd be sure to jump on them if I can. So I'm looking out, keep suggesting things I should do and get. I really wish these cyclists would realise it's a road and get out of the bloody way though. No?
One eternity later.
So then guys, that is pretty much more or less it in terms of as far as my Z4 is concerned. I'm sure I've missed a few things, and if you guys have got any questions, as always, do ask, because I'll answer them for you. I do feel like I've waffled again as usual, but I know that a lot of you guys do watch these videos and do always tell me that you enjoy the waffle and it's all fine and that's good, but I can't help but thinking I'm just waffling and not providing good information. So if you are someone who does have some criticism and some feedback, please do let me know, because I'm always looking to improve these videos. Yeah, so I mean, that is pretty much it. Like I say, if you've got any questions at all, do let me know. Also let me know about the light thing, because I would like to get that light cleared out, but if it is a case of like replacing it or paying loads of money, then it's unlikely again. It's just unfortunate that these things have started happening to this car, which has really been, you know, meaning I'm going to have to put off some other things. So yeah, there is exciting stuff coming up. I mentioned at the end of my last video, it's now less than 2 weeks in fact, I go to America, and I can't remember what I've mentioned, but screw it, I'll just tell you now. I'm picking up a V8 convertible Mustang. Now I know to most people it's a crap car, and it probably is, let's face it, a crap car, but it's going to make some opportunities from amazing videos for you guys. So yeah, little road trips coming up in America in a V8 Mustang. Fingers crossed all goes to plan, and yeah, I'll be bringing you some amazing content from there. So if you're not subscribed already and you'd like to see that, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you are notified when I upload. And yeah, if you're not on Instagram already, go follow me over there. It's itsjoelw, it's probably on the screen. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon.